What do you think is the solution for our people? Being God-chosen people, the Israelites. What do you think we should do?
To each his own. I think y'all
To each his own. Oh, man. Give me Baruch 1 real quick.
Shalom. This is Bishop Nathaniel of Israel United in Christ. I want to start off by saying thank you to all of our Booster Club members for your many donations and much more, your prayers. We visited faraway countries and strange lands. We've even spoken to dignitaries and were detained for spreading the glorious gospel in Cuba. The truth is that the descendants of the 12 tribes of Israel were scattered throughout the world. Help us on our journey as we continue to raise up the nation of Israel. 12 tribes worldwide. Join or donate today. Shalom.
Right. So now, let's pick up where we left off. Deuteronomy 28:48. Listen.
Deuteronomy 28 verse 48. Therefore shalt thou serve thine enemies, which the Lord shall send against thee, in hunger and in thirst and in nakedness.
So when we was in slavery to the white man, for example, if we wanted clothes on our back, if we wanted food in our stomach, if we wanted some water to drink, who did we have to go to? The slave master, right?
Right.
So fast forward to 2020. What's different? What's different? Nothing.
Right. Really? Yeah, nothing.
Nothing. So that means we still under this punishment from God.
Right.
Now listen, read on.
And in want of all things.
So beyond just, what you need to fill your stomach up or what you need to put on your back to stay warm, when it comes to driver license, birth certificate, death certificate, marriage certificate, whatever, a permit to do, whatever, you gotta go to your enemy.
Right.
You gotta get permission from them to do any and everything.
And a wise man once said something very wise. The enemy will throw division in your circle. Just see how far you take it.
Right, and you know what that is? You know what that was that they sent our way to divide us? Bitch, right? Who the hell is this?
Bring it out!
Who is that?
The damn devil.
Who is that?
But it don't matter.
Who was that? Who was that? No, it ain't. No, it ain't.
Yes, it is.
No, it ain't. No, it ain't. Cause guess what? Guess what? We know the truth now. It ain't too late. It ain't too late.
If we live right today, we will never live this life again. Never, ever in life.
But while you living this life, the truth can make you free.
Right.
So we learn the truth that this is not Jesus Christ, but this was an instrument of the enemy to divide us.
Right.
And to keep us believing that they our God, so we won't lay a finger on them, but we'll hate one another.
I still see it going on, and the white man ain't got nothing to do with it.
He got it.
The white man ain't got nothing to do with it, even though they gunning us down.
Check this out.
Through the badge and the gun.
Check this out. Check this out. You went from saying, hold on, bro. You went from saying that the white people they shooting us down and we need to do something. Now you saying the white man ain't got nothing to do with it.
Right.
Look. Check it out. So, if I plant a seed right in the ground somewhere just random and I walk away, you know what I'm saying? Say it to somebody's yard. I leave, I never come back. So they see the seed growing up out of the ground, and they water it, they take care of it, and they eventually get the fruits from it, right? So, at the end of the day, who was the cause of that plant growing and reaping fruit?
The motherfucker who planted it.
The person who planted it, right?
Right.
So, if they planted this seed in us hundreds of years ago, they could have, hey, they said, you know what? We gonna let niggers have it. Hold on, wait. I got you. I'm finna show you right now in the scripture that we reading. But they said, you know what? We gonna let niggers have their own churches and read the Bible and teach the people this and this and that.
Right.
Because they planted this seed in their mind.
Right.
So when we go in this, in the church, we don't teach it to educate one another and show each other who we really are and what we really got to do.
Bring it out.
We teach each other the same message that they taught us in slavery.
Right.
That's a plant, a seed that they planted, and now they can just walk away from it. They don't even got to come in our church and supervise no more.
Right.
They know niggas gonna coon.
That's right.
You see what I'm saying? So now, God said that this same enemy that we got to go to for everything was gonna do what?
And he shall put a yoke of iron upon thy neck.
So this enemy was gonna put a yoke of iron. Let me hold this sign up. You said you somewhat familiar with history, right? So this is a real photo. This happened to your forefathers. In order for them to constrain us at first, when we first became slaves, they had to put us in what? In yokes of iron, meaning
That's right.
physical iron shackles, right? To hold us down and to hold us back from escaping. Do we got them same iron shackles on us today, physically? But, like you said, ain't nothing really changed from slavery and now. How is that? Hold on, wait.
I ain't say that.
No, you did say that.
See?
You did say that.
No, I
No,
didn't.
wait. We still go to them to get clothes on our
When you
back.
put this on YouTube,
Hold on, wait. We will. Because you're going to come to the school.
Bring
All
it
right?
out.
But look,
All right.
so we still go to them to eat stuff, right? We still go to them to quench our thirst. We still go to them for our clothes and everything else under the sun. We still go to them. The difference is that back then, they had to physically constrain us with shackles and chains. Now, they don't gotta put no shackles and chains on you. Why is that? I'm gonna show you, read.
Until he have destroyed thee.
Because now we are what? Destroyed. So, generations are having us in the shackles and chains and whipping us whenever we did anything to try to liberate ourselves. Guess what they did? Guess what they did to us? Oh yeah, let me tell you something else. They said, don't call yourself what you really are. You a nigger. You a African. All the way up until you a Baptist. You a Pentecostal. You see what I'm saying? So after all them generations aligning us and beating and forcing that stuff into our mind, guess what it did to us? It destroyed us.
Right.
So now we in a destroyed state to where they don't gotta put no physical chains and shackles up on us. But we still, they're slaves. Because we're in a destroyed state of mind. But guess what? Guess who really in control of that? God.
Right.
Because that's a punishment that he said would happen long before it actually happened to the Israelites. You understand? Showing that we are the Israelites. Now, give me verse 68. So, you said that we got over here. How did we get over to this land?
On a slave ship.
On slave ships,
And what
right?
was the first what was the first slave ship? Name of the first slave ship?
They say it was Jesus. That's what they say. That's a rumor. But
Okay, so
it wouldn't matter to me.
So how it does matter. How he died on the cross for motherfucking sin and all this, and he run the slaves and shit.
Bruh, he died in the year around 34 AD. The slave ships happened in 1600 some AD, 1600 years after he lived. That's a part of the crafty counsel to keep you astray from your God. But anyway, it really don't matter because when our people think of Jesus, they think of this man right here.
Right.
Just like you just showed it. You tapping on him talking about Jesus. This ain't no damn Jesus.
That's right.
This is Cesar Borgia, a white homosexual that actually lived in the 1400s. Leonardo da Vinci gay lover. This ain't Jesus Christ.
Right.
The real Jesus Christ, as described in the Bible, is a black man. That's the biblical. The Bible describes him as black. So, if the first slave ship was named Jesus, was it in a context of the actual Jesus, which is black? You know, I'm gonna ship black people on a black man ship. No, it was in the context of white man Jesus. You understand? So it don't matter the name of the ship being Jesus, because it wasn't in the context of the true Jesus, the black Messiah. You understand? Now, read what you got.
Deuteronomy 28:68. And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again.
So God is speaking to the Israelites. This is one of the curses, the punishments that's gonna happen. The Lord shall bring you into Egypt again. What did you say when you first came up? What was the Israelites doing in Egypt? They was in what? Captivity. Because the word Egypt is not actually the name of that place. The name of that place was Mizraim. They put the word Egypt on it because Egypt comes from a Greek word Egyptos that means captivity.
Right.
You understand? So the Lord said, I'm going to bring the Israelites into captivity again.
Right.
But how?
With ship.
With what?
With ship.
With what?
With ship.
So who went into captivity on ships?
Bring it out. Ones over here. The Israelites.
Right.
Right.
Me and you, right? Alright then. You see what I'm saying? So now, knowing that all this stuff happened because we broke God's commandments, what do you think we should do? After you didn't saw all this stuff was written thousands of years ago, came to pass because we obviously broke the commandments, what do you think we should do now? What do you think is the solution for our people, being God chosen people, the Israelites? What do you think we should do?
To each his own. I think y'all should
To
do
each
that.
his own.
Yeah,
Oh
shit.
man. Give me Baruch 1 real quick.
I
Baruch
can't tell
1.
you what to do.
Watch this. I'm finna show you. Cause like you said, to each his own. That mindset is what got us into slavery and keeping us in slavery. That is not progressive.
One thing about it is, I can tell you to do something, but whether you do it or not, that's a different story.
Right.
Like,
I agree. But nevertheless, you still gotta be taught. And some people gonna listen.
Right.
Some people gonna humble down and do what you telling them.
Right.
So it ain't just to each his own. It's no. Look, hey, this what you need to do. You know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna try to compel you to do it.
that's right.
Cause that was commanded. Once you learn this truth, you commanded to go and compel, meaning force others to do the same thing.
Right.
So once you let them know what they supposed to do and they choose not to, they blood off your hands. You know what I'm saying? But it's your responsibility to still let them know in the effort to gather us together as the Israelites. You understand? Read what you got.
Baruch chapter 1 and verse 20. Wherefore the evils cleaved unto us, and the curse which the Lord appointed by Moses his servant at the time that he brought our fathers out of the land of Egypt, to give us a land that floweth with milk and honey, like as it is to see this day.
Right, so the evils, meaning the curses, the punishments from God, cleave to us. Let's see why. Read on.
Nevertheless, we have not hearkened unto the voice of the Lord our God, according unto all the words of the prophets, whom he sent unto us.
So we don't want to listen to the words of the prophets that's recorded in this Bible. Read on.
But every man followed the imagination of his own wicked heart.
Everybody said to each his own.
Right.
And that's why we still under the curses.
That's right.
You see what I'm saying?
See?
That's why we still under the curses. So that is not
But
the solution.
one thing about it is, black folks is not that loud.
Really?
Really, for real, they is not
Black
that
folks
loud.
not that low.
They is not that loud.
Bruh.
Man, come on,
Bruh.
man.
Give me
Come on
give me
now.
that.
Everybody
Bruh.
know the history. They even show.
Bruh.
They even show it on TV.
Bro.
White folks even
Check
came
this
out
out.
with films.
Check
about
this
this
out.
shit.
Check this out, bro. you saying black people not that lost, right? I'm finna do a 3L quiz. I just made that up. I'm gonna quiz you on 3 L's that you should know, you know, and if you know any of the L's, then you not lost. But if you get 3 L's, you are a lost Negro. Alright? Now check this out. What land do we originally come from?
We originally come from Africa.
What part?
Shit, I don't know what part, but
that's 1 L. Now wait. What language did we originally speak? That's another L.
Right.
Wait. Let me get to the next one. Okay, but still, you still don't know which one.
I don't know.
No, wait. Let me do the other L.
Hebrew?
You know that because we didn't touch you a little bit. Now, but wait.
So,
you ain't know that before you walked up here. But check this out. This is the third L. What laws or customs and traditions was we keeping before America? Before we learned Christmas, Easter, and all that, as slaves, what laws were we practicing? You don't know. That means you are a LLLOST lost Negro.
Right.
And that's most of our people in America. Lost as hell. So yes, black people are that lost.
I sit up and watch this man say that we're not supposed to use violence, but people are using violence against us though, so you know.
But give me Zechariah 4:6. You gotta think, if we God chosen people, if God only loved us and chose us, you see what I'm saying? It ain't about what we can do physically. We got the Most High God on our side. So the objective is not to get weapons and all that to try to do violence against them or whatever. The objective is to get God to destroy the people that's doing violent acts to us. That is a promise. That is a promise that God promised us. Huh?
When is that
You said when is it gonna happen? Give me 2 Corinthians 10:6.
Yes, sir.
I'm finna show you when it's gonna happen. Watch this. Read.
2 Corinthians chapter 10 and verse 6. And having in a readiness to revenge all disobedience.
So God is ready to revenge the nations. God is ready to grant us revenge upon all the people that did us wrong.
Bring it on.
But let me show you when. Read on.
When your obedience is fulfilled.
Read it again, read it louder.
And having in a readiness to revenge all disobedience when your obedience is fulfilled.
So when we start to obey God, when we start to obey God,
you now you ask a white person who is God, they'll point to that motherfucker right there.
yeah, because that's their God. That's their God.
That lead me to believe that he the one wrote that Bible, right?
Nah, hell nah. No, he didn't write that Bible. Let me prove that. Give me Revelation 13.
Yes, sir.
Now we gotta think logically, bruh. Now
That's logical.
we gotta think logically, right?
If he God,
Hold on, wait.
that's God.
Listen. Would I write a book that condemn me and my race? Would I write a book that say I'm the devil and I'm going into slavery? Would I write a book like that? Listen, read what you got.
What?
Revelation chapter 13 and verse 10.
Come on.
He that leadeth into captivity.
So God said the people that led people into captivity, right? The white man led us into captivity on ships, correct?
Right.
So God said, he that leadeth into captivity
shall go into captivity.
So, that means that the white people are eventually going to be in captivity themselves, right?
That's right.
Why in the hell would they write that? If their president's saying, make America great again, and they think they're going to rule forever, that's a contradiction with the Bible that they wrote.
Right.
Because they would have wrote that they're going to go into slavery. That don't make no
Keep
sense.
in mind something that
Now give me Song of Solomon 1 and 5.
Some are lies. Keep in mind, some are lies.
No. We gonna deal with reality, brother. We know what happened. Now check this out. If I'm white and I wrote the Bible, help me understand how the hell would this end up in it. Now, mind you, this brother, King Solomon, the wisest, richest king ever known to man, right? He wrote the book of Proverbs. He wrote the book of Ecclesiastes. He wrote Wisdom of Solomon. He is an author himself in the Bible. Now check this out. Read.
Song of Solomon, chapter 1 and verse 5. I am black.
Bruh.
Out.
Bruh. How in the hell would a white man end up writing something like, what sense do that make?
Bring it out.
You see what I'm saying? The white man ain't wrote this damn Bible, bro. This is your book. You wrote it.
Right.
You wrote it. The spirits of the prophets always come back.
That's
you
right.
probably one of the guys that you might be Solomon.
Right.
You might be the brother that wrote this page we reading from, bruh.
Right.
This is your book.
That's right.
This is not the white man book.
If what you saying is true and all this shit come to pass,
Yep.
we will get a chance to,
Yep.
to avenge our ancestors,
Yeah.
like that.
Yep.
Right. Then it ain't gonna be nothing nice.
You damn right.
That's right.
Yeah, it's gonna be their worst nightmare. It's gonna be their worst nightmare. Bro, that's what they scared of, bro. They not scared of you going to get a gun. They make the guns.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? They ain't scared of you. But hold on, wait. Bro, you gotta think. The real threat to them is you knowing who you are and you knowing what's gonna happen. If we read in the Bible that we were going to slavery on ships and we would have yokes around on our neck and our sons and daughters to be given to another people, that happened, right? So that means that we know this Bible is real. If it say something gonna happen, it's gonna happen. It ain't no possibility, it's going to happen. So if we broke the commandments, obviously we went into slavery. What does the Bible say about what's going to happen if we keep the commandments? We read it in Revelation 2 earlier. If we overcome, keep God works unto the end, meaning his commandments, we gonna gain power over the nations.
Right.
We gonna rule the world.
Right.
So that's going to happen.
We used to scream black power while Heron was pushed. But at the end of the day, nothing's in vain. IUIC has been given a vision. The tents of Judah has risen. Many has attempted the mission, minor murmuring, omitting and missing the mark. Just reading that he had the flame of fire in his eyes gave us the spark. We on Paul's mission. We out on the road, purple and gold, from Mexico, Cuba, Haiti, Ghana, Sierra Leone. 144,000 boots banging, concrete crackling. These are our men repented at heart. The scriptures is proof. IUIC, we deliver the truth.